sharing, everyone. And now it's time to refuel our burning passion with Atomy. So we have our special guest zoomed in all the way from Las Vegas, Mr. Paul Cote, Sharon Rose Master. So we're gonna have welcome him with our very, very great welcoming heart and claps. Let's give a big round of applause.
Thank
Welcome,
you, everybody.
welcome, Paul.
Hello, thank you. I like that picture they have of me. I'm not sure where they got that, but it's very lifelike. Yes, my name is Paul Cote. I'm a Sharon Rose Master from the Red Rock Center in Las Vegas. Today, I'd like to speak to you a little bit about how we as Atomians need to develop our leadership skills a little bit if we really want to be successful as Atomy business leaders and business owners. Businesses, with the best leadership really are the ones that always succeed. And I like to think that Atomy has some of the best leaders in the world, especially with Chairman Mr. Park, because I just love listening to him. I hope I have that opportunity to listen to him live again. But until then, I love his DOVs and POV. And I'm hoping that we can continue hearing from him, on a regular basis. Now, I'm not a leadership expert, but I'd like to share a few experiences with you today so we can, hopefully all improve our leadership skills. And I guess the first thing I should ask is, what is the definition of leadership? And the online synonyms say that leadership is basically means control, guidance, direction, management. Any of those could probably be used, as to describe a good leader. And I tend to agree with that. Now, where do leadership skills come from? Well, I think probably a lot of it comes from personal experience, some book learning, parents, friends, everyday life in general. And so what do you do with leadership skills? Well, I hope that everybody uses their leadership skills to share with others. Whatever you learn is never wasted, especially if you share with other people. And in Atomy, there's always a need for more sharing and leadership, from the people who know the best. Now, how do we share leadership skills with people as we go along? Well, the way to do that is by using to communicate with consistent and frequent levels. So when you speak to people, you shouldn't be speaking to them as a boss employee, but as equal to equal. Now, while we are thinking about this, I'd like to just share maybe a couple of my early business experiences with you. And I'm thinking maybe we can all share some of these similar experiences. My first basic business experience was when I was 15 years old, and I had my first paper route. I had my partner in that was my younger brother, Donald, and I was responsible for keeping, the paper route moving. And so I had to keep track of the customers. I had to order newspapers. I had to acquire, subscriptions. If a customer forgot to order a newspaper, I would have to go to the store and get one, for them. And that would, take a lot of extra time. If a customer decided to stop their newspaper service, and if I forgot to cancel a copy, I would end up having the extra paper in my pocket, so I'd have to pay for it by myself. Excuse me. As a young person, that was a real learning experience. Also, working with family members can be a self-learning experience as well, especially when you are working with someone like your brother or your sister. And if my brother got angry with me for any reason, and they would just not show up for work the next day. And that was not an easy thing to handle. So I would have to deliver all the papers by myself, excuse me. When I have to deliver my papers by myself, I would make my mother angry, would later, tell me that if I want to develop, and that was a very good from her at, early age. A couple of years later, I turned the newspaper route to my brother, who in turn hired his younger brother to work with him. And so they did not face the same problems that we had, due to the fact that I think we developed our leadership skills together when we were, both working as young boys. My next growing experience was in a business experience I had with one of my childhood friends. His name was Ben. And we started a small house building business, a partnership. And both of us enjoyed the construction work, but we had a problem with the management part of it, the planning and the responsibilities. So we missed a lot of deadlines. We lost money because of poor ordering skills. And in other words, we were good at the construction part of it, but we were not so good at the financial management part. And of course, you need one to make the other work. So based on the fact that we were losing money, and my friend and I decided that the best thing to do was to get someone in there who was good at doing the management part of it, and the other person would do the construction. So consequently, again, it was a leadership decision that we both made, that I should probably leave because he was better at construction than I was. So we ended up leaving. I decided to leave so that he could further on with the business, so we didn't have to shut down. And it ended up that he did very well without me. And I guess I'm telling you these stories because these may be amateur adventures on our part, but at the same time, it was good leadership experience for me. And it made me aware of the fact that at all points in your life, you develop, you learn things about leadership and what you need to do and the decisions you need to make at times in order to be very effective. My last example was basically as a federal employee, I worked 40 years for the Department of the Army, and I had experiences all over the world, and I had a lot of employees that were from different cultures. And so in order to get the job done in a timely manner, I had to depend a lot on my communication skills. And, how do you best communicate with people from different cultures, different sexes, different backgrounds? Well, again, you had to find a way that appealed to everybody. And that was one of my biggest challenges, was just to find a way to just be able to talk to people as I went along. Now, that was not easy to do, and I found it to be the hardest part of my job at the time. But now what I'd like to do is to just tell you that there was no roadmap to success as far as, my being with the government. But that all changed when I joined Atomy. Now, I've been with Atomy for about 8 years, I believe, and it's been a real learning experience. And what I like about Atomy most is the fact that Atomy really, really tries to develop people from every aspect. The two documents that I'm looking at now are the 8 core checklist and the 8 steps to success. I'm sure that all of you at one point or another have gone through this list. And if you've taken time to just really look at what each document tells you, it really lays out all the groundwork for what you need to do to succeed. My favorite is the 8 steps to success, because it really does identify those things that you need to do, you know, in order to build your leadership skills and at the same time communicate with people, whether they be your upper line or your down line. And I particularly like the part about where you have to attend meetings and you have to attend, or you don't have to attend, but at VODs and life scenarios. Now, a life scenario, again, is a great roadmap to, you know, your future with Atomy. It lays it all out. It identifies your goals, your dreams, what you need to do to success. And it's a great roadmap to getting to wherever you need to get. I think probably the most important thing is number 8, which is says, be a general yourself and show examples to others. If you show examples to others, they will in turn follow your good mood and your good examples and succeed. You can all succeed together. I'm having a little problem today. I don't know why I'm getting these mental blocks here a little, but I guess what I should just stop looking at my notes and just say, Atomy is a great company. I've worked with it long enough to know that it's a winner. It's expanding, you know, every day. The product line is expanding. It's definitely a winner, and I'm just going to stop right there and say that Atomy, it was a great decision on my part to join, and I hope that we can all grow together. And on that, I appreciate your attention. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Paul. That was a great sharing of your learning experience from throughout your lifetime, from your younger when you were little and up till now. And you met Atomy 8 years ago. And it just sounds like you have been building leaders wherever you go and whatever situation you were in. So you sound like a true leader planter, right?
Well,
thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So, well, now we're gonna have a little time to share. If you have any comments or feedbacks to Paul, or if you have any questions to ask. Is there anything you want to know from Paul, or? Okay, we have Cynthia again, right? Go ahead.
It's just a comment, having Paul and Cote in our Red Rock Center. This is, I could describe them as Dale Carnegie said, if your actions inspire others to dream, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. And that's what Paul and Kay does in our center. They are great leaders. They don't even have to say anything. They are absolutely the best leaders. You can't complain. You will not hate anything of what they say. They're always there, day or night. You can call them, especially Kay. My goodness, they are the best. So leadership, that's them.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can surely tell. I mean,
yes,
they are not like a micromanager at all. That's what managers do, but they are true leaders. So they are living up to your strength, and they are raising your own autonomy. So that's wonderful to hear. Thank you for sharing. And do we have anyone else?
Question for Paul. What will be your advice on how to grow the business? Like from the beginning, what will be the best thing to do?
How to grow a business?
Yes.
Well, in the Atomy is to again, follow the steps, the 8 core requirements is to know your products. And once you know your products, and you know, you will love them, of course, and it will grow with you, and your enthusiasm will show. And it's the best thing is just to grow your product, is to just know what the products are and use them. And that's probably the best thing to do. Grow
Thank
your
you.
business.
Okay, do you think it will be a good thing to talk about the compensation plan also with the products, or just do the products first?
I would say just the product first and grow a consumer type of backing. And then eventually, you know, people will probably be interested in getting into the business part of it. And then they can probably get into more the compensation plans.
Thank you. Great
You're welcome.
advice.
Thank you. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
And in addition to that, we can, I think we can still remember our New Year's motto from CEO Hangul Park. It's like a choose both between the two. When you have two options, you're about to choose both. Like we've been focusing in the past, just growing auto consumers before, but now we're gonna have to focus again on spotting auto business people, like as well, not just the consumers, but people who can do the business. So when we do the business, we can introduce the products as well. And like Paul said, you're gonna see and just grab the right time and introduce the business plan as well, right? Okay, thank you very much. So do we have another comments or questions?
I really welcome the Paul and Kyunghee Cote to our meeting. And you know, exactly 1 year ago, we went to visit their center. I was in Las Vegas, and then Paul was drive me around that Red Rock, you know, the mountain, and I still remember what it looked like their center too. They was really welcoming us because of my husband, which is Peter, was the that time that one day seminar speaker. So I went there, and I see that their eye when we have a little like center meeting, and I see that their eye, everybody got the passion in it, and then they was really, I mean, I have really good feeling of them. And then also I have a I don't know, maybe Paul remember that I met them 2015 when I was in Korean tour, and I saw that Paul and Kyunghee, the Cote at that time, she was the one volunteered to do all translate for the English to Korean. She worked so hard, so I knew it how she worked hard. And then I really good to see them in our center meeting. And thank you for sharing that, Paul, what you've been doing, and sharing what your experience of the leadership. I agree with that, you know. And thank you. It's really good to see you. And I still remember your car plate, Atomy 1, Atomy 2. That was a really good idea too.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a great time to give another great big applause to Paul and Kay. Thank you for coming to our meeting. So we're a huge Atomy family. So whenever the COVID is free, we can travel. We can go to Las Vegas and visit their center and feel the passion that Jay felt, right? Thank you. So do we have any more comments? Star Master Jennifer?
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you again for coming to our Absolute Atomian meetings and sharing your lecture. I have a questions. Speaking of pandemic and coronavirus, since pandemic, is there any changes in your leadership skills or any strategy in your group? How you rolling your business and maintaining your team rolling?
Well, I'm going to ask, excuse me, I'm going to ask my wife to maybe answer that if I may, because she's a day-to-day person. Kyung-hee, could you just maybe ask Kay answer that? Has there been a change in the leadership?
All right. Hi. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. It's so happy feeling because a lot of people is familiar, especially Star Master Jennifer, Daniel, and Jay, and Peter, and your group, and my sponsor Anne from Canada is so happy. And for us, it's just 1 year anniversary for all of us for the pandemic, right? Because this January, last January actually, I was in the Israel for 2 weeks tour and coming back actually today, coming back in the Vegas. In the beginning, we are all kind of afraid and we don't know, confusing about this kind of a situation. But I think it's even pandemic for our business in the Atomy is not really, I think, affected for our business because we are, as you know, that we are global online business. We are all entrepreneurs. You are all your own business owner. For example, for my center, we do meeting just like this, all the Zoom meeting. However, still quite a few our members regularly come to the center. So we are kind of doing for the both way. Online, at the same time, offline, we can see the people at the center, or sometimes we go to individually have a meeting. So actually in the beginning, feel like affected for our business, but ended up when we look at the whole 1 year, our sales and member increasing everything compared to the last year, actually we are growing. Actually we are growing. So I mean, this pandemic is we worry about our health and other things, but we should not worry about our business because we are online business. We should keep going. And as we are all leader actually, even though they are not masters, indeed we will be all leaders in this business. So always thinking about, don't forget about you are the leader, but don't try not to too much effect about what's going on the pandemic for our business, but you just keep going same as people, keep talking to the people. Yeah, you should not stop the talking to the people. Always open our mouths to what you are doing, advertising yourself, why you are using this product. Always talk to the people, never stopping, and just do people what we're doing, people pandemic or people corona, after corona. Actually our business is the same thing. So don't even thinking about, because of the corona. A lot of people said, yeah, because of the corona, I cannot see the people, but sometimes it feel like that way, but we are keep going. So don't even think about too much about the corona, but always thinking about how can I talk to the people more every day? How can I introduce this product? How can I helping other people? So for me and for, I think our center, I'm sure you are the same thing. Probably your business is growing. So don't too much worry about and keep going. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you.
That reminds us the CEO Hungry Parks doing this. Let's go, even though it's windy, snowy, whatever, rainy, we have to keep going, right? Okay, Scott.
Yeah, I'd like to add, on to what Cynthia and Kay mentioned about, the last year we've been in this pandemic, but although globally it was a really horrible thing, and it still is, until we can get some vaccines and we can start getting back to some normalcy. But it was also a blessing, I think, for our business, our individual businesses, because it forced us to think outside of the box. It forced us to think of other ways to do our business, other ways to communicate with people, other ways to share Atomy with people. And, I remember, prior to, and I haven't been in Atomy very long prior to COVID happening, but I just remember the routine was go to the center, once a week, go to the meeting, come home, forget about Atomy, go to the center the next week, go home, and that was just that routine for me. But then when the pandemic hit, it was like, okay, that's not there anymore. We can't go to the success seminars in person. We can't go to the one-day seminars in person. So now what do? Thankfully, Atomy was in a position to immediately start rolling out the YouTube online videos and things like that. And I know probably prior to COVID, a lot of us here on this meeting had probably never even logged into Zoom before, right?
Yeah.
So we had to learn some new skills. We had to learn how to adapt and change. And I think that's a really important thing with our businesses, because when we think about, oh, I just can't wait until we get back to normalcy. But you know what? We're never going to be normal. We're never going to be back to that place we were a year ago, because we've now expanded our skill set. We've now expanded our minds to different ways of sharing the business, sharing the product, sharing the, working with people, meeting with people. And so I look at it as, a great thing, but it was a devastating thing as well, So, I mean, there's a lot of positives that's come out of it. And one of the things I was watching a video, the company introduction, and this was from like 2 years ago, where they said that they had like 4 or 5.4 million members. Well, I know we're well beyond that. We're up, aren't we closer to like 15 to 20 million now? I mean, so many people in the last year have gotten into network marketing businesses in addition to Atomy. So globally, right? So the pandemic really forced people to start thinking differently about their businesses and about their financial future, the foundation that they're building for themselves. And so, Atomy last June of last year was ranked number 11 out of the top 100 network marketing companies. The year prior to that, we were ranked 20. Okay, so in 1 year, we went up 9 spots. I'm looking forward to this coming June when they come out with the new list to see where do we rank in there. We're only 3 spots away from beating Tupperware. Can you imagine that? I can remember being a kid and my mom letting me play with all the Tupperware. So I'm going to be so happy when we beat Tupperware. We're going for Amway, right? That's number 1 spot. But let's start with Tupperware. Let's knock them off. All right. I'm done.
We have to admit that, the COVID came to us as a crisis, but we were in Atomy able to convert it to open more doors for opportunities and chances, right, to succeed. Thank you very much. So, and Peter, I missed you before Scott, so it's your time.
Hey, hello everyone. Good to see you all here. This is Peter Park from Seattle. Yeah, I remember Paul and Cote. Yeah, last January when I visited Las Vegas, unfortunately I missed the Kay. She was on a tour of pilgrimage, Middle East. So the Paul, he treated us very well. So I give a special thanks again right now. And I remember, even though he's probably the eldest person here in this group, I think. Is that right? Anybody? Yeah, the surprisingly, he served as a model of the humility, and he showed a good example of the serving people at the center. So I really trusted that of his leadership. He really organized very well of the meeting, and he served that each member who came to the centers. Also, he showed us around in Las Vegas area. So he is saying leadership, but he also practiced that leadership himself. So thank you very much. Thank you. That's it.
you, thank you. So sure, he is like a veteran leader we have in the house. So and we're learning a lot from him as well. About, even about the consistent communication and the responsibility as a leader. So let's not forget that. Thank you again. Do we have any more? Diamond Master Kim?
Hello, hi. Thank you for your speech today. I have a question to Kay. I see you have some banner behind you that shows some good writings. Can you show us what those are? Or where did you
Yes.
get it?
Yes, that's our atom. We call the Atomy 7-Up. Atomy 7-Up, because as a reader or as a member, as Atomians, we humble, we learning about, and then this is all the relationship business. So we need to be clean ourselves first. So I put the dress up.
Yeah.
Number one, dress up. You don't need to too much dress up, but casual dress is good. Always first impression is so important, right? When you meet some people within 3 seconds, you can figure out, kind of imagine what kind of people. So as Atomian, we have to clean and humble, so beautiful, so dress up and clean up. Clean up is also very important to not just only for your area or office and any. It's a clean up means not just only for the place, but also our mind too. Clean up. And also another one is to show up, like a meeting, because meeting is everything. So any networking or any business, meeting is meeting, like for the realtor, location. But we are every day meeting and meeting, right? And also as we are entrepreneurs, so investing our time too. So you have to come to the meeting, taking care of your group and taking care of yourself. So it's always showing up. Also, shut up. Shut up means you can talk. We have to talk because this is a talking business, right? We have to talk. However, unnecessary things, we don't need to talk. So unnecessary things, you have to be more quiet. Sometimes when you go to meet the people, or we have to listen more other people than what we are talking, right? We have to give them chance to talk. So we have to be little bit shut up about until other people talking about open up for their mind. So have to be the shut up. And another one is pay up. We don't need to debit to anybody else. We don't need to owe anything else. We have to clean up, pay up, everything. That's another one is cheer up and never give up. That's the most important, right? Never give up and cheer ourselves. That's I actually got from the Korea. One of my sponsor made for me. So I put it in my center. So always we're thinking about 7 things, 7-Up for our Atomians. So it's really nice to sometimes remind everybody, because we are human beings. Sometimes we talk too much, or sometimes we do not clean out for you borrow something and then forget about it. Everything we have to clean cut business for our as Atomians, right? Especially as a leader, you have to be clean and responsible and show up, and that's our basic 8 part of the 8 course. So thank you so much. So if you needed this one, I will take a picture to send it to you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you again. That's a great lecture about 7-Up, and
Yes,
it could be another whole lecture. Thank you very
yeah,
much.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a whole our business concept. Yes.
Right. It sounds like a bottom line is that we have to take the ownership of our own business and become like a servant leader. So
yes,
it's like a summing up the attitude of the true leader. Thank you very much for sharing again. And thank you for the question. And do we have any more?
Yeah, I have a question. Quick question. Kay, you are not in Okilee's group or Jason Shim's group, right? Who is your sponsor and where they are?
The top leader is Canada, Nami Lee.
Oh, okay. So you are the top leader in your area.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
So could you share your experience as a top leader of your area? So you don't have a sponsor nearby, your sponsor is far away. And Could you share about that experience with us?
Yeah, it's very long story, but I will make it very short. And I'm glad today also my very up director, like a up sponsor, Anne from Canada. She's my high school friend, and I don't have any experience. And my top leader, my direct leader, my friend Anne from Canada, she don't have any experience of this direct sale. I don't know about any networking. So, and plus my friend in Canada, I'm in the Las Vegas. A couple of years, I just wasted a lot of my time. I don't know what to do. And even though I talked with her, but she cannot come in, I cannot go over there. So walking by myself is very lonely, hard journey for about 2-3 years. Plus that time, I working as a realtor, and but I never thought I doing this kind of business. But somehow after I taking the tour for the Korea tour, for the Atomy Korea tour, I got some different vision of the in the future secure my life. So ended up after that tour, I come to the Vegas. I change my instead of the realtor, I go 100% for this networking for the Atomy because I love the product. Before I decided, I was just a loyal consumer for more than 1.5 years. So I know this product. So to introduce other people is no problem because I have a confidence about this product and then nothing harm for the other people. So I can talk to very, very well, but I don't know how to build my group and I don't know how to build my leadership. I don't know how to build organizations. So a lot of hard times I spending about more than 2 years. But, you know, as you know that Atomy, all the product selling itself. And once I introduce other people, actually they come to me to ask more product and bring the more people. So in the beginning, I do for almost 99% cold marketing. Actually, my husband helping me a lot to driving around in the Vegas area. So I decided to go to the, because sometimes, you know, inner circle, like your family and your friend is very negative about this kind of business. So when I told them, they said, no, no, no. They didn't even try for this product. So I decided to do, oh no, I'm not going to talk to my friend, my family. I just go to the unknown, like acquaintance. I go to the street. I just stopped all the nail salon, hair salon, and then a restaurant. So I just talk to anybody. Even I go to the casino, talk to the people. So just one by one, I introduce. So in the beginning it's kind of a difficult journey, but because of the very honest price and honest product, no matter what, even though you are not know about a lot of compensation plan or product information, but when you keep honestly introduce for your own experience, people will come to you. People will bring to you. So one by one, that's why I spent so many years to until now, because I don't know what to do in the beginning. I don't have any directions, but now I learn from the lot of mistakes. So I have a little more idea, and I have shared this idea to my group. But beginning was very difficult. However, because of the product message and honest way we are running this business, because everything is you can succeed when you're doing honest way. That's the best policy for this business. That's why I understand what CEO said. So because of the Atomy's product, prestige product, and honest way doing this business, we can succeed. It's a matter of how long it will take. Some people take shorter than other people, but as long as you don't give up, definitely you will make money and you will succeed. Definitely, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was
Thank you.
great.
Yeah, you're so touched.
Yeah, I feel so blessed that we are getting like 2 lectures in one meeting, and so, this is so precious. And thank you very much. And
Thank you. Thank you.
do we have any more comments or questions?
Okay, so
I would just like to ask Kay, what is the number 7 of the 7-Up?
Number 7 is most important. Never give up. Never give up. Yeah, never give up. Yes, yes. Yeah. I because my sponsor, my friend Anne is here, so I really wanted to say thank you from this opportunity to show my feeling, because she's my best friend, at the same time my best sponsor in this business, because of how I getting to know this Atomy business. And she's nearly try hard to convince me in the beginning, but I was very kind of strongly resisting about I don't like this kind of networking, because other networking company, they have a good product, but they selling higher price, and compensation plan is so much different from us. That's why I always thinking about that networking is kind of take advantage from the other people to making money. That's why I never ever thinking about to do this kind of business. But once I understand about Atomy compensation plan, nothing harmful to anybody else. As long as you try hard, you're helping your group, you're helping your partner and sponsor, go work together. It will definitely succeed, but it's a matter of time, how long it will be. That's why we have a strong mind to go together with your team. Then you will succeed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ask one question.
Yes, please.
Okay,
What?
yeah. Do you meet anybody in your group and downline, and they in a year they didn't buy anything, and you when they're going to expire, how do you keep them or you kick them out?
So you mean some of our members to buy some product, expired product?
So their membership. They
Oh, membership.
buy anything for the whole year.
Yeah, that's a very, right? Every 15 it's coming when you see your lineage, so many telephone sign and many red, right? So, but checking for your lineage is so important, because when you look at your group, this person will be potential or this person is not. But no matter what, you think both way, maybe they are very good or maybe not, but still you need to contact with them. Let them know your membership will be expired if you don't order anything. If you don't have time to order, just let me know. Then I can say before you need to communicate with them. Sometimes people without checking anything for their lineage, and later they find out, oh, their ID is expired. Sometimes they are nearly angry at me too, because I have one experience. One lady, oh, you are the sponsor, why you didn't checking my ID, and my ID is expired. They are so angry, nearly so angry. But we have to all know about communication, because they are still your member. So when you periodically checking out who they have the telephone sign or not, you need to check and communicate with them. And one thing we have to know, because within 1 month, company will reinstate it for your ID. But the second time coming like this, company will not reinstate it. That's your own responsibility. So let your member know, as long as you find out within 1 month to find out for your ID already terminated, but within 1 month, company will be reinstated. But again, second time, third time, no way. So we have to check our own members. I know it's a little job, extra job for your time, but because of your member, educated for them to make sure they can order at least twice a year. It's not much, right? So I told my group, please order with your ID. Make sure your ID is safe. So please, you order with your ID at least twice a year, and then check for your group, especially for the important your partners. You have to taking care of communicate with them to let them know, please. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What if they don't let you communicate with them? Like they don't even give you a chance, not even second chance. Like after you sign them up, and then you cannot ever see them again. And then they don't even care from the beginning, and they just disappeared, do you wanna? I mean, is it a good idea to save their ID?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
just
I,
to save
I
them?
understand that. Yeah, very, very good question, because sometimes said, oh yeah, they don't care about, I don't want to save. But for my case, I cannot save everybody, but for my case, these people is need to save. Then even though you cannot contact with them because of the no contact number, but sometimes I save. I try to find out who is their direct sponsor. You can tracing out also if you're using the center program. When you're using the center program, you will find out their contact number. There is a number and address over there. So please stretching out a little more extra effort to contact with them, and then just let them know, this time I save for you because I want to work with you. I want to save your ID because it's good to have your own website. This is, you are the owner of the website, and this is your own shopping mall. Why throw away? I explain for them. So you are the owner of the website. So keep this time I save for you. So please taking care of that. Then they said, thank you so much. So you can put a little more extra effort to taking care of your group. Yeah, because sometimes it's not easy to recruit. Why you throw away? It's better to save. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's a great idea that we can even use it as an excuse to reach out to the customers who hasn't been active.
Mhm.
And also maybe if you don't have a contact information, we can get the information through the center
Mhm.
from the sponsor. And also we can remind them this will be the great opportunity for them to get this app, Atomy personal platform.
Mhm.
So maybe they'll be interested now, and because people have a great timing, personally it's all different. So always efforts count. So thank you very much again. Let's give both Paul and Kay another big round of applause. Thank you so much.